Hey guys, Adam Shaw here. This is a video that got sent in to me on Instagram. It's Conor McGregor training. Someone's asked me to have a look, see what I thought about how his training is looking and whether I think he's doing the right things and stuff. So let's have a look. So I'm still just a little bit sick, so yeah, you can probably hear it a little bit, but let's have a look. Okay, so I was just starting off. Looks like he's doing a little bit of physio for his leg that got broken. Okay, so these things that he's strapped into look like power output machines. Initially, I thought it was like a circulation control. Sometimes I have that. It's like blood flow training. They cut off some circulation and makes it so that you can work with a lighter weight and get like the same kind of results. But it looks like that it's like power output testing or something like that. Ski erg's great for conditioning. Looks, especially for like MMA guys. It's like obviously big in CrossFit and stuff. Pull-ups are great for fighters, particularly like Muay Thai guys that have got to clinch a lot. It's really good for them. Boxers, help develop their backs. A lot of your punching power comes from your back. A lot of people think it's just chest and shoulders. So yeah, I mean, he's definitely doing some good stuff. The benefit to him standing instead of sitting down would be that he has to work his core a little bit more. Helps with balance and stuff like that. Okay, weighted pull-ups, yeah, good. Good, everything looks good so far. Even this stuff, like it's okay. I mean, it's not going to make or break your workout, but obviously it's good to have good ab control. Not necessarily that movement, but it's good to have strong abs. I mean, even this kind of stuff, like like a little bit of bodybuilding stuff between fights, like more so, like out of camp. I think that it's got its place. Even a little bit during your main training, it's not bad to do. Here we go, a bit of sparring. Oh, well, so it looks like his partner, obviously, you can just see by the way he's standing, doesn't look massively experienced, but he's also giving Conor the freedom to try, experimenting in his sparring a little bit. Sometimes it's good to have that where you're not scared of the person that you're sparring with. They don't have that venom in them where they're going to try and punish you for missing something. They're all padded up, but it looks like a fairly light spar. Skip through this. I don't like to see this too much in sparring. Teep's fine, but like I don't like to see people teeping their knee in sparring. It's not me. It's not like it's super dangerous like some people think it is. It's not like he was doing an oblique kick. I just don't like it. It breaks down the rhythm of the spar a bit too much for my liking. I mean, kind of, still looks heavy on his feet to me. I definitely don't like to see that teep into the face. It's just I don't know. I don't like it. In sparring, in fights, yeah, sure. He's still very heavy on that front leg, which will concern me. I don't know when this is dated from, like when this footage is from, but he's got to be careful. Yeah, I also worry about the level of guys that he's sparring with. In my opinion, so you get fighters that need to be winning to win. They need to be in charge. Like Anthony Joshua, I think, is one of them. And I probably think Conor McGregor is the same because he does have that quit in him. It's not a disrespectful thing. It's just from what I've seen. When he's ahead, he's miles ahead. But as soon as the fight can be even, he's shown that he can buckle under pressure. Yeah, again, he's using those machines. They must be just testing how much his legs are working and if there's any imbalances or something. I think that's what it is. Okay, yeah, nothing wrong with this. Teep and a pole, nothing wrong with that. Not, yeah. I mean, you'll see that in Thailand. Oh, okay. So that block, so it looks ugly, right? I mean, I'll just put that back just 1 second. There. Okay, so even a teep really, but more that block. The way that he's coming up on his toes means that that block isn't going to be very strong. So in Muay Thai, when you block, normally you plant your foot flat and just kind of have your legs straight. I can see why he's doing it, and he's probably been coached to do it like that. Because if your leg's perfectly straight, sometimes it's easy to kick it out. But someone would be able to kick through that guard, through that block anyway. So yeah, I'm not too impressed with that. Or he's very like, what's his name? Sagat style Muay Thai stance there. Yeah, road work. He puts in plenty of road work. I mean, Conor, unfortunately, for him, he carries quite a lot of muscle for his frame, which of course affects his cardio. But he obviously puts work into his cardio, but we've seen that he can blow out a little bit. Bag looks a little bit light for what he's doing there. I'd like to see him have a proper heavy bag. But it just looks like a little home setup really, in one of his mansions. These things I've seen. I mean, I've never used one myself, but like a speedball or whatever, they're really good for like starting or ending a workout, just to work on a little bit of skills and get your nervous system, firing up. I'll just skip through that. I mean, obviously he's not taking it too seriously. He's got a diamond encrusted Breitling watch on. Bit of football. I mean, this isn't his training, right? But he's at least being active. So, is he down the pub? This looks like a pub, but like a beer garden. But yeah, he's at least being active, doing a little bit of stuff, even probably on a rest day, So Lee's pads. They got a big, huge target. It doesn't take much skill to hit them like it would with a focus pad. And they're even bigger than a Thai pad. So they're just designed to take power. So if I just put the volume up just a little bit just so I can hear it. There's a song on. But yeah, they're just designed for you to hit them hard. So for all they've got their place, I don't really think that it's something that Conor really needs to be doing. He's shown already that he's got that one-shot knockout power. He's also still so heavy on that front leg. I know that he's working on his boxing here, and I don't know what stage of his recovery this is, but okay. But yeah, he's still very heavy on that front foot. He's going to have to be careful with that, because that's a habit that Dustin Poirier picked up on, and I think that's something that Michael Chandler will also look at. And I haven't announced a fight date. I don't even think Conor's back into the USADA testing pool yet. But yeah, I'm just going to skip this. I mean, there's nothing really to see. I mean, he looks good, but like when he's boxing and throwing power. But yeah, I mean, it's nothing that he shouldn't really be working on. Okay, so it looks like it just goes into a bit of shadow boxing. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I like to see full extension in the shots when people are shallow boxing. Like, I don't like this kind of stuff too much, but I feel like you should shallow box the same way that you fight and hit pads and whatever else. So yeah, I mean, when's he ever going to punch someone like that? It's not just him that's guilty of it. It's he's been to boxing gyms and stuff where that's where they've done that, and it's not necessarily wrong. I've never been a professional boxer, so maybe it's got its place for them, but I sort of prefer to see the full extension. You know, as I said, I don't know like what stage of his recovery this is, but I would, you know, like to see him at least working with his like his blocks and maybe feinting a few kicks at least, rather than just being so hand dominant. Because everyone knows what to expect with Conor. You know, he's got those dangerous hands, and yeah, like his kicks are good, but they, you know, you've seen less of them later into his career. Wow, I'm sorry guys, I'm so sick. Let's go forward a little bit. Is that all it is? Just shadow boxing? Yeah, okay. I mean, you can see that he's doing a lot of the right things. I haven't seen anything to say that what happened against Dustin Poirier wouldn't happen again with Michael Chandler. But, you know, he's still got plenty of time, and, you know, Conor's, you know, he's a lot more of an athlete than people give him credit for. But, you know, he's also got distractions in his life, you know. I don't know whether I'd be motivated to go and fight somebody if I'd got $1 billion in the bank or whatever he's worth now. You know, probably not very motivated to do anything at all, really. But, yeah, you know, he's at least working and doing whatever. And like I said, I don't know what stage of his recovery this is. But yeah, it looks like Conor's got a solid training program. You know, he's working on his strength and on his cardio. I'd just like to see more, like Muay Thai work. You know, but working around that leg kick and you know where he has shown that he's vulnerable. All right, so if there's anything that you want me to react to, any fights or training videos, maybe even your own fights or training videos, just put them in the description, or I've got my socials in the description, and yeah, send them over. I'll speak to you soon.